Hi, it's Lenneke from Len's Crafty Life, and I am part of the 4th annual Crafty Christmas in July 25 collaboration. There is about 30 wonderful crafters joining in this collaboration. I've been invited by Sweet Pea Papers, by Teri, who is hosting this. So please do check out her channel. There's lots more. All the other collaborators are also doing videos. And basically what we're doing is we're making junk journals with one or both of two wonderful kits. This is the kit I'm going to use, beautiful Christmas mice. I'll explain that later. But you can join in this collaboration / challenge if you also make something, just anything Christmassy. It doesn't have to be using these great papers. It can be anything with your own, anything that you already have, papers you already have, but you have to post it basically before the 31st of July. Now, this challenge is going on this month from the 1st of July till the 31st, so it's already going on. There have already been videos from other collaborators, so you can still watch those. There's more than 50 videos. There's either 1 or 2 videos a day going to be shown on Sweet Pea Papers' channel, her Facebook page. There's over 20 prizes to be won if you want to join in the challenge, which are donated by all these beautiful people, including me. I've got 3 digital kits that you can choose yourself from my shops. I've got 2 Etsy shop. One is called Len's Crafty Life for physical items. I also have a digital item shop which is called Len's Crafty Life Digis. So you can look that up, link below this video to both my shops. You can look up what you can win. You can pick any kit from my store if you win. If you win something, and if you choose that. So these are all the collaborators. I won't mention them all, but you know, it's beautiful, beautiful ladies joining in and in this great collaboration. Now, if you join in, you have to, well, let me just... Yeah, this is the one. Post your pics. You have to post your pics and get entered in the drawing. Use any Christmas papers. Enter by July 31st. 20 plus great prizes. Now, you have to post. Teri has 3 Facebook groups, but you have to post. If you want to join in to win the prizes, you have to post in the Sweet Pea Papers group. Only the post in that group will actually be entered into the drawing. So make sure if you join in that you enter, you post in the correct Facebook group. Now, the drawing, there will be a drawing on Sunday, August the 3rd for the Crafty Christmas in July 25 event. Oh, make sure you use the hashtag, this hashtag with your entry, hashtag Crafty Christmas in July 25. So the drawing will be held on the Sweet Pea Papers YouTube channel. 20 plus prizes include free junk journal kits and ebooks. Some of those you can find in my shop. Entering is easy. Just create any Christmas projects, post a picture or videos of your projects in the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group with the hashtag Crafty Christmas in July 25. Each post, not each picture, is worth 1 entry in the drawing. You can enter more than 1 post per day for more entries in the drawing. Post your entries by July 31st, 2025. So that's all that done. So let me just show you the kit that I will be working with, which has been created by Creative Paper Artisan. I'll show you Creative Paper Artisan, also Crafty Dragon Creation. She donated a steampunk kit, so you'll see probably others working with that. I have the Christmas mice, and they're really, really cute. So let me show you. I've already got, some goodies selected that I want to use in my junk journal. So I have been printing these. They're really, really cute. Two-sided. And they're so cute. So there's lots of great pictures. There's space for writing as well. Some pretty papers. Here that you can use backgrounds. This is again for writing on, because this is a very faint picture. You know, so it can become a journal, not just to look through, but also to use, to write in. Now, this kit has tons of tags and, you know, with mushrooms. So it's basically Christmas mice and also lots of mushrooms. Of course, fir trees are in there. There's some tags from all sorts of, I should keep it a bit closer, shouldn't I? Really tiny on these, cute. They are so adorable. Of course, you can make, you know, page tabs out of these as well. So lots of tags to be used, little kind of cards that you can add as well to all sorts of pockets. And I'm gonna make something as well. I'm not just showing you the kit, okay? So, so I'll get crafting soon. But this is basically, you can fold this double. You can use that on a paper clip. There's some circles here, some mini tabs and belly bands. And really, it's such an extensive kit. Some pockets here, more belly bands. Another pocket, envelope that, you know, I have to kind of still fold into. It basically goes like that. And these are the side flips. So you have like a little envelope. But I do have another video coming up. So I'll show you more of the ephemera in the next video of mine about this challenge and making this junk journal, which is on the 24th. So if you want to see that, how I'm getting on with this, write that down and put it in your diary. These are lots of pretty fussy cuts in the kit as well, which for now I'll put aside. So what I want to do right now, and I have already selected quite a few things. Now, a lot of what I'm using is actually available either already right now, or it will be available very soon in my physical Etsy shop, which is Lens Crafty Life. So these kits, these are already available. So these are basically Christmas. I hope you can see that. Christmassy colored. Here it says, have yourself a merry little Christmas, in different colors. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use yet, because these colors basically do go with the kit. Got some silver and gold, which I don't think, I won't use the silver with this kit. That can go. I won't use the gold, but I think I may use some of these. And I also have hand-dyed papers available as well, also embossed. So some papers here. I'll just show you, give you a brief taster. I've got some envelopes. I'm not sure if I'm going to use both of them, but like with the Christkindl, which is the Christmas child. Of course, Christmas is about the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So I do want to put something that, you know, points to him in there. And I really like these stamps with, of course, you know, a baby Jesus. Of course, he didn't stay small, but anyway, that's another story. I put probably one of those in there. I've got a recipe book, a Dutch recipe book, which is all about Christmas. And, you know, so I probably, the pages are a bit shiny, so I need to tone that down. I'm not too keen on shiny papers, but I've heard you can tone it down like with Mod Podge. And I've got some of these beautiful vintage original cards. I think these are from about 1913. So these are French or, you know, Belgian. This one is actually from Brussels, from Belgium, at least the French part of Belgium. So, you know, I'm not sure. This one is Dutch, actually. This is very old. Vrolijk Kerstfeest, which is Merry Christmas in Dutch. But vrolijk, we don't write anymore with double O. So this is really old Dutch spelling. So some of these I will include to give it a bit more of a vintagey feel. And I have some book covers. Now I want to use one of these to put this journal into. And these are all very Christmassy colors. Now let me just, what I'll do as well now is I will make the signatures. Now some of you, maybe I shouldn't do this all like that. That's a bit too much. Some of you may know what a signature is. Some of you may not yet. A signature is basically a bundle of pages that you put in your junk journal and you bind them together. Why is this not going the way I want it? Okay, well, let me just take one. And so you can have like several signatures in your journal if you like, depending on how thick your spine is going to be. Or this is quite nice. I don't mind that it's larger than the pages because I want to add, you know, things sticking out. Like you can add laces and things. Which is best? Maybe the green one. Maybe this one. No, but this is a really thick spine. But I do want to make 2 signatures. Maybe I'll use this one. I quite like this one. It's got a bit of a vintagey feel. Nah, choices. This one, you see here, the spine is a bit thinner. Now, of course, you could put 2 signatures in there, but with junk journals, you know, we like to add things. So if I would use tons of papers, then you'll get what they call like a gator mouth. It will kind of stand open. So this will go. Okay, that's one less to choose from. Actually, I'll use this one. Okay, so what I want to do now is to actually make my signature. This is also, I love this. I've got tons of this in my physical Etsy shop, but this is the XM, and I thought that would stand nicely for Christmas, right? So I want to use some of that, but let me put the little thingies aside to be used later in the second part on the 24th. I also printed some of these papers, also all from the kit. These I printed one-sided just because I think I want to use these like for extras, maybe use some punches with these or dies, you know, to make my own kind of ephemera. So I think I have 10 of these. I want to make 2 signatures. That's already one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and this is 10. Okay, so what I want to do now is decide which one I want to put in which signature. And then also, like, you have like 2 fronts of the signature. So which image, which page do I want to use on a front of a signature? Now, okay, I've got some writing pages. How many writing pages? Because that's nice to divide. So I've got 3 writing pages. So that's nice to divide a bit over. This is kind of like a writing page. Okay. So let's do 2 of these each per signature. Okay, this has no pictures. This has no pictures or images. So I'll do these 2 together and these 2 together now. Yep. So that goes in one signature. These go in another signature. I love it that she's also used pink, because I love pink. Love pink. Now this is a nice front of a signature. Let's put that over there. Let me find another front page. Now the front, because you're going to fold it, it's always going to be a right page. This is nice as well, but I thought I had another one. I could do this one. 1, 2. I'm missing one. Why am I missing one? I have this picture in my mind and now I can't find it, but that's okay. This is a nice front and that's a nice front. So now I've got 1, 2, 3 here. Doesn't really matter. 4, 4, 5. Ah, this was the one I was looking for. 5. This is a nice front of a signature. Now I need to, of course you can use all sorts of devices to do this. Why don't I use that? Okay, like this is a scoring board, just to make it easy on me. Let me just quickly score these, because then it's always easier. Maybe not all 5 in one go. Just my bone folder. Okay, so these are like on my printer, they came out as 9 inches wide, so half of that, well, I have to use this, is here 4.5 inches. Yeah, I think it's going. Yeah, it's probably not going well. So now you take that as a guideline, and basically the side that you score is the outside of what you're gonna fold, not the inside. Okay, and then let's do these two. 4.5 inches. Now I did print these on a bit of a heavier paper. It's just a little bit heavier than your standard copy paper, just because I like that. Because when you add things like paper clips, personally I find if you use ordinary copy paper, which most actually do, so don't worry if that's all you've got, that's absolutely fine. But I do find that it's easier to basically, you know, add paper clips and other things to the pages, to the edges of the pages. And if it's a bit of a heavier paper than just your standard copy paper, it's just a bit more sturdy, a bit stronger. So that's why I use that. So let's fold this, basically get sharp edges. And these. Okay, and then I am not just going to use these papers, I'm going to add some papers, because I want 10 pages, at least 10 pages per signature, maybe even a few more. Put these aside. This is for my own ephemera. So I have, oh, basically first let me just see if I like, kind of like the order in which these are in. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but they're really cute. Now for middle pages, of course you can have writing pages, but it's also nice to have a pretty image as a middle page. Well, this could have been a nice, yeah, that's actually nice. So let's fold that the other way. That's actually a nice middle page to a signature. Yeah, like that. Let's see what we can do here. That's nice too. But let's see if we have a large picture in this selection. Maybe not, but that's absolutely fine. No, not in this one. but I do like some... No, maybe I'll keep it, because these are kind of lighter pages, so you can, you know, add some pockets and things, which is nice also to put in the middle of a signature. So I've got some book pages, and again, you know, I've got, these are different languages. I've got different language paper packs already up in my physical Etsy shop, Lens Crafty Live, and I've got music paper packs, so it's 60 different types of music paper and sizes from big to small, anything. So I just, and this is some of my hand-dyed papers. I haven't got these up yet like this, but I do have them in the embossed way up. And I've got some of these Christmas doilies. I may add probably one. Maybe I'll add the candle. I like the candle. Okay, so good. Now, these hand-dyed papers. This is spirulina hand-dyed paper. They're a bit grungy, but I really like that. They're a very Christmassy green. So I want one in each signature, one there, one there. This is avocado, kind of like a old vintage peachy pink avocado. So one of each. Now this one, I've already cut them to size lengthwise, but widthwise, I've let, these are A4, or it was an A4 paper. I've let this be a bit longer because I'll show you what I want to do. I want to actually make some pockets out of that. I'll show you. And did the same with this one. This is onion skin dyed. So let me do that with these as well. And again, it's always a surprise how your papers turn out. Like these came from the same onion skin bath, and one is more dark and the other is lighter. Depends on the temperature of your water, and if it's in the, you know, if it's in there in the first papers that you put in or the last papers that you put in your dye bath. It all, you know, influences your color, which I find really interesting. So I've got some, this is sticking out a bit. Now that these are a bit larger like this is actually, it doesn't matter because that's, you know, it's going in here. So it can be a bit larger. So I will not trim that off. I quite like that. So this is German. So I have 5 of the designed papers, and then I want to add 5 papers to get 10 papers in a signature. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now the way I do this is I just kind of look like to the colors that are in the design. And of course there is some red here, but she has been, you know, there is some pink in this kit. So I'm just gonna see where the more pinkish would fit nicely. Actually, that could go in there. Maybe I'll put this here. Yeah, like that. That's nice. And oh, the green will go great here. Oh yeah, I like that. That's nice. Brownish. So there you go. And this is, oh, wait. The onion skin, that should go in the other one. How many hand dyes do I have? I don't want to, already have 3 hand dyes and I put them all one after the other. That's what I do not want, because I want the printed papers as well. So, or the book pages. Maybe I put some book pages here. That's nice. Then I can do, yeah, a hand-dyed. This is again hand-dyed. Where's the other? Yeah, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got the Dutch one in here, so I do want another German. So I always like, if possible, I like to take them out if they have a smaller size like this. So it's, you know, double spread, so it's easier to add to your junk journal. Maybe I'll put these here. That's nice. Now you may think, but it's sticking out. And yes, it is. But now you can see I want to make like a pocket. Now you can do the pocket to the edge of like the paper here. So you get a bit of a smaller pocket. I'll do that right here. But this one you could also do like half page, make like a bit like so, a little bit of a deeper pocket. Of course I couldn't do it like so because this is the middle of your spine and it would be very hard to tuck things in, you know. I could even, maybe I'll do that, do it like a double pocket. So now I am pulling it further down the page, say to the spine actually, or the middle, but then I'm folding this one back. So what you get now is you get a pocket here and you get a pocket here. And of course if you put tape in the middle you can even have 2 pockets. So tons of things you can do with your signatures. So this is one signature. Now this one is sticking out. I want it in the middle. And there you go. And again, that this is like not even is, I don't really mind that because I will be adding things to the edges of these pages like tabs and, you know, bows and paper clips with things hanging off and lace and, you know, all sorts of things. So like with junk journal, it doesn't have to be that strict or tight. Oh, this is quite nice. Shall I put the green in here? Let me see. Well, now this is quite busy. So of course I could actually, or is that too busy? Oh, it's quite nice actually, isn't it? Yeah. Or is it nicer with a quieter? These are the decisions you can make. You know, if you like it with a quieter page, then don't use the book paper next to a busy page. So it's all, you know, it's up to you really what you want to do. Actually, I think I like this color because it goes really well here. Yeah, I'll do that over there. Now, what shall I do? Oh, here's the pink. Maybe I'll do a book page here. A book page here. That's the Dutch paper. Yeah. Okay. This is the middle. Okay, one. The green and a book page. What shall I do? I do actually quite like this. I could keep this. I could do this one over here. No, you see, I that's boring. I don't like it. Of course, I can, you know, embellish this, but I don't like that. What shall I do? What shall I do? Maybe because I did like the green here, right? Oh, that's cute. I think that is nice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is a great page there for pockets, or that page. And because now I have got two book pages, one right after the other, I'll put this one in here, so they're a bit more spaced. Yeah. That's nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like that. Okay. Now I'll fold this one again to the edge. Okay. Oh, I haven't got my music paper in yet. I do want some music paper in there. Of course, so here also another choice you have to make is, you want to fold it this way or do you want to fold it the other way? Now, this page is a bit more boring. This, I really like that. So, hence I decide to fold it this way. And I'll make a bit of a deeper pocket here. Not too deep, otherwise you can't stick anything in anymore. But just like that. Here again. I'll make a double pocket. So this one I fold back to the spine and then back again on itself. Have a double pocket, and yes, I will stick down the sides. You don't have to stick down the sides if you use paper clips, but I think I will. Okay, there you go. Now I do. So these are actually already 10 pages per signature, which is actually kind of enough. But I do want to, it's Christmas. We sing songs at Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. So now this I already cut here. I do like that. So always be sure you look closely at your paper, what you like. Now, I left this one larger here because you can also make a pocket like so. So, I do want this like the same size as the pages of the journal. Okay. So, just like that. And I'll do the same with this one. Yeah, like that. So I'll just use the first one as a template. Let me just put this one aside for now. Don't need that yet. Okay, here you can see. Now these pages are probably too wide as well, so I may make another, maybe I'll put this, shall I put this here? Is that nice? Oh, only one, not two. Where do I have my pockets? Here's a pocket, so I think I'm just putting it here to the edge, folding it over, and yes, it's going to be too long, I know, but again you can fold it back. So then you have, your pocket here, and here your pocket here, but because you folded it back, you have a pocket here if you stick this, but also a pocket here. Ha! It's genius, isn't it? Love it. So let's do the same in this signature. I absolutely always love to add music paper. It's just so pretty. Where shall I put it? Tell me, where shall I put it? Maybe here or here. maybe here. I think here. Okay. It is a bit rough like this, but the measuring, but that's okay. And then again, fold it back. Okay, fold it back. There you go. And then, so there you go. 2 signatures. So what I'm going to do next is to bind these. Actually, I need, maybe this is not strong enough. Okay, because what I want to do, actually, could I use some of these? What I want to do basically is to have the signatures bound to a piece of paper and then, you know, glue it in. But obviously I need a bigger piece of paper. So I would sew it onto this, and then this is what I'd glue in. But I need a bigger piece of paper. I do like it on here. What if I... la 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 la. What am I doing? I have no idea. Oh, got my doily as well. Maybe I'll use the doily on the cover. Oh, that could be nice, right? And then also you can, you know, make that. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. And then, you know, I could make that tuck spot also for thingies. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I think I will. You can, you know, you could use, or, well, if I put it like this, you're not seeing the pretty candle now, are you? Ah. It's nice to put it inside as well. Oh dear, choices, choices. Okay, what am I going to do? I think I will glue this in here. My glue. I think I use the tacky glue. And you know, I can always add something there or at the bottom. Maybe I'll put it like so, make a bit of a collage. I've got some other music paper here. Yeah, like that. Okay, let's do some gluing. Actually, I haven't been making, I'm really busy with my Etsy shop, so I haven't really been making anything. It's really nice actually to just be making something again. Thanks, Teri, for the challenge. Oh, the collab. It's really nice. Okay. Now let's move this a bit to the edge. You may want to use this with something else in your finger actually, but this is what I've got right now. Just to move the glue to the edge. Okay, good. Let's stick that down. I will do it to the edge and the top. In the middle. Yeah, got to get a wipe before I get all this glue on the wrong side of the paper. Since I've had children, I am never a day without baby wipes. They're almost, well, actually today my daughter turned 22, my youngest daughter. So, you know, I've had baby wipes for many years. The invention of the century, I think. Okay, so that's nicely covered now. Let's get that piece of... I do like this, don't like this. I like the rugged edge. So let's just stick that on as well. And then I'm gonna sew those signatures into that brown piece of embossed paper. Just, you know, the embossed paper is always nice to add to give a bit more structure and 3D effect. Wipe. Okay. And I'll probably add some things from the kit here as well. So that is nice. Okay, now I think I'll leave that for now. Put it aside. So the idea is to sew them in here. But I do not want to, because there's two signatures. If I one signature, I would sew it in here. But now I want to, I'll fold it again a little bit away from the center. So I have some extra folds, a fold here. And I fold it the other way now. And one fold there. And one fold there. Let's see if that would fit. I think so. This is all really roughly done. Yeah, it'll be nice to do the signatures there. So here is my cotton. Of course, you can use all sorts of things. Now the trick is, if you want to sew it in, to use 3 times the height of your journal. So this is 1, 2, and 3. And then cut it. Now you can poke it. I'll poke some holes in the middle. I kind of eyeball it. I do have somewhere, I do have a crocodile, but can't reach it at the moment, so I'll do it without it. And actually, well, if your needle is strong enough, you can do it with your needle, but I do have a little awl here. Let's just take the top off. I'll just eyeball it here. Some even have like a device that they can put it in. And there you go. So that's one hole. I'll do it with the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. That's what it's called. So 3 holes. Of course, you know, the further down you push your awl through it, the bigger your hole will be. And the easier your needle will go through. So, okay, is this going to be my... No, this is going to be my first signature. So this one, I will put... Okay, we'll start in the middle now, and then you have to choose. If you start in the middle, then my threads will hang on the inside. Of course, you can choose to, you know, not have it from the inside. This is about the middle, but have it hang on the outside, or in this case, if I would put it on the outside, it would be hidden in the spine. Now let me get one of these babies through. There you go. I hope I'm still in focus. So now the other hole. is, where is it? Is here. Oh, sorry if I am with my head in front of the camera. So I'll first put my needle through from the outside. And then I'll find my minnow again. I'm sure others may have like an easier way of doing this, but you know. Probably some will clamp these papers, which I basically should have done, but to keep them all stacked together nicely. But I'm through already. Yeah, okay, let's pull it through a little bit more. Yeah, and there you go. Then over here. Let's move that needle up a bit. Through all the little holes. Okay. Let's get it through. Yeah, about here. Now, you probably see, like I do, that my paper here is torn a bit. Since I'm going to glue it down, it doesn't really matter that much. So I'm going to enter through the middle again. Hopefully I can find the hole. Which you'd say should be easy now since they're all nicely stacked together. Yeah, there you go. It's true. Now, it's best if, you know, if your thread is on the one side, if you come back, you go with your thread on the other side, because then you can make a hole and everything will stay nicely together. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Not make a hole, make a knot, I mean. Knot this together. Let's get that needle off. Don't need the needle on there anymore now. Okay, now I'll cut these later. Let's get the second one done. Hopefully I'm gonna get this through now. Just wetting it. Yeah. Oh, that's great. I got 2 strands. This thread is made out of 3 strands. I got 2 strands through, but not the third. Okay, let's see if I get this one through. Still have a little bit of sticky fingers because of that glue, which is not totally helpful. Okay, not sure if this is going to work. Well, if this is not working, I will I'll stop right now. Oh, goodness gracious me. Let's just give it one more try. Let's just take this off. This is exactly why I had pre-threaded the first one. Yeah, come on. I have to apologize for this. I'm not good at editing, so I'm not going to cut this out. Yes, come on, come on. Okay. Yeah, gotcha. Good. Excellent. Praise the Lord. So I can continue, otherwise I would have had to stop right now. 1, 2, 3. Of course, you can do this before you thread your needle on it. Let's put that aside. Okay, so let's poke some holes. Let's eyeball this again. About here. We always do like a few inches from the bottom. There you go. Okay, let's do what I didn't do previously. Let's clip this. Not a big clip, so it's easier to keep the papers together. And you make the holes and thread it all through. Oh, doing it with my needle. I should do it with my awl because that's a bit more sturdy. There you go. Yeah, well done. And this one, make this a little bit bigger, so it'll be easier to get the needle through. And there you go. And then, okay, let me first, okay, I'll do it at the same height as the other one, of course, which is here a hole, and here a hole, and here a hole. So hopefully that should go easier now. Start in the middle. And leave a bit hanging here. I tend to always go back via the top. I don't know why. Doesn't really matter. You can go back via the bottom hole as well. Now I've got it all nicely stuck together, so it should, yeah, there you go. You see, that's easier. If you've got them clipped, it's easier to find your way back, basically. But your thread can go over your clip. Make sure this stays long. Okay, then go down, all the way down. Through there. And then back through the middle. And then try to get to the other side. Of your thread. Yep. You see, got to the other side again. Let's turn it so. And then we're almost there. And there you go. Let's take the needle off, put it somewhere safe. I don't hurt myself. Yeah. Okay. And even if the signatures wouldn't go in straight, you know, that's all part of making a creative journal. So even that doesn't really matter. Ah, they are pretty much the same height, so that's good. So these can go now. Now the exciting bit comes that I will glue it in like so. So let's use, ooh, that's a rookie mistake. I haven't pulled the thread through enough. So I have to undo the knot. Yeah, so don't do what I do, but make sure you really pull your thread tight. And you put them in. Okay, that's one, almost there. Get this loose. Okay, I thought I'd done that. Okay. Let's double check. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Tie a knot. Okay, now let's glue this embossed paper. The tacky glue I'm using. Okay, let's use the finger tool, as some would say, to just do the edges, to really get the edges nicely full with glue. Keeping my hand underneath here so that it won't hit the journal pages. So I don't want any glue on them. Okay, wipe before I get it on anything else. And always make sure that your journal, your signatures are the right way up. And your cover is the right way up. Oh, hope it is. Oh dear. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay. And then, oh, this is scary. Put it in. Now, let's see if I can find that middle crease that I made first. Hold it. And I want to see if I can put the middle crease on the middle, like on this line. You see, I got the middle crease on here. And then glue it down. Push it down here. And push it down here. Okay. Good. Haha, like it. So, there you have it. Journal with 2 signatures. Of course, it's not done yet. You see, it's already, when I stand it, it's already pushing it open. But I should leave it down to dry. I'll put some weights on there, but let me just show you what it's like now. So a nice red Christmassy cover, which of course I'll decorate. Wish you Merry Christmas. We've got here handmade spirulina papers, German book pages, more onion skin, beautiful kit, music paper with a pocket again, and of course you can put some dangles on here, some charms. So this is the backbone. Of course you can leave this to flip out. You don't have to glue it. You can leave it to flip out. And this again, you can leave it to flip out if you like, as a writing page with extra writing space. So the next time I'll have worked on it a bit more, and then I'm gonna embellish it. Oh, this is quite nice also together. Oh, so cute, adorable little mouse. So lots of pockets for all the ephemera and cards. But for now, I'll leave it at this because this video is long enough. And there's tons more videos to watch. So do make sure to watch all the videos. Hop over to Sweet Pea Papers on Facebook and on YouTube. See all the other videos of all the other collaborators. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. And hope you join me again on the 24th of July. Bye-bye.